Hi, my name is Destiny Biyoudi-Monthe, and before I get started, let me ask you a question. What do you know about where your intelligence comes from? My research topic is the extent genetic plays on intelligence in identical versus fraternal twins. The idea if intelligence can be altered is a big debate that's been going on. Studies of this correlation began in the 1980s that focused on twins to test verbal, performance, and full-scale IQ variation. It is said that 60 to 80% of variation in intelligence is due to genetics, and less than 20% is due to environment, with the implication that identical twins are more likely to be alike intelligence-wise than fraternal twins. In this image, we're able to see this study has tested high intelligence and how it is affected by genetics and environmental factors. And it shows that identical twins had a higher mean average than fraternal twins. For my research, I wanted to focus on three themes: how intelligence is measured, and how age and environmental factors such as socioeconomic impact intelligence, in order to explore if intelligence is based on nature, genetics, and or nurture environment. Two of the main intelligence measurement implied were dynamic testing and cognitive testing. Dynamic testing is a more unbiased approach that tests intellectual growth compared to cognitive testing, which tests intellectual ability. When it comes to age's impact, I had two contradicting sources. One stated that genetics plays a bigger role in intellectual ability as you get older, and the other one stated the complete opposite. In this figure, this was the Russian twin study that you can see in the figure statistics for the variance in verbal performance and full-scale IQ data in identical versus fraternal twins, and the differences were not significant enough in this particular study. With environment, genes play a 45% role in observed variation in processing speed, and the greater your processing speed, the greater your intellectual ability. 17% is due to shared environment, and 9 to 37% is due to non-shared environment. It's been said in this image, we could see that the richer you are, the more genetic plays a role, and the poorer you are, the more environment plays a role. But overall, genetics plays a bigger role than environment when it comes to intelligence in twins. When it comes to the research, only a few of the sources use dynamic testing to measure intelligence, and little is known about how and why the environment impacts intelligence. So I plan to identify the best intelligence measurement practice to implement, and how and why environmental factors such as socioeconomic impact intelligence. If I were to do the study, I would choose a sample size of 40 identical twins and 40 fraternal twins in their adolescent years. I would choose a dynamic testing where they'll be tested pre the study and post the study to see if they had any intellectual growth within the 1 to 2 months long the study will take. With this particular study, I will focus how the amount of educational resources impacts intelligence. So there will be 4 environments. One will have no educational resources, and each of the sample will be split into each of these environments. The second environment would be little of the resources would be given. The third one would be a normal amount, and the fourth one would be loads of resources will be given that would essentially give that group an advantage on the test. If the study was conducted, I would expect genetics to be the leading player in intellectual variability compared to environment. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can email me, and these are my references.